Matt Renee, police say that the robbery happened at about 6:30 p.m. last night at this Quiznos when a man walked in and demanded money from an employee. Some surrounding businesses that I talked to say that they're not shocked because crimes like this have happened in this area before. Police set up a perimeter here in this neighborhood on West End and Prescott while they searched for the two suspects. Investigators eventually caught both of them here after a shooting that took place about 3 miles away. The fire happened around 3 o'clock on Sunday morning on the 2500 block of Van Buren Street in Eugene. Now, fire investigators say the neighbors are lucky the flames didn't spread to their homes, considering the size of the flames and the dry conditions outside. There was a massive downed tree that fell here last night. Now, the family that lives in this house says the tree damaged this fence, but considering the size of the tree, they're lucky that's all the damage that was caused. Jessica, crews are reopening the streets back up to traffic, but all day a 17-block stretch was closed for nothing but foot-powered transportation. Marion County Deputy District Attorney Paige Clarkson released a letter this morning saying Leanne Richardson will not be facing criminal charges in a case filed in July saying Richardson allegedly altered her pay. Jessica, the grill was loaded for this family get-together in Eugene today. That's because they were anticipating a large turnout for the reunion. Numbers, they say, are typical of this annual event. Jessica, Sharon Floyd was a volunteer at the Great Willamette cleanup yesterday, helping clean the river when her car and dog were stolen from the Valley River parking lot. She says the car isn't what she's worried about. It's Coda, her friend who has shared the same life experiences she has. Jessica, Lisa Arkin with the nonprofit Beyond Toxics in Eugene says the bee population is declining at a rate of 40% annually, and it's something we have to act on fast. The North Douglas School District says losing 2 people just days apart has affected both students and staff. Instead of having school today, they held an all-staff meeting to reorganize and help everyone get back on their feet.
A little on edge.
Jim Westcott has spent the last 8 years running his UPS store in Eugene. He says he closes up shop around 6 p.m. on weekdays, and last night he closed up just in time.
At about 6:30 p.m., an employee from Quiznos called in reporting that a robbery had just occurred.
Police say they don't believe the suspect used a weapon, but that still didn't stop him.
The victim actually told us that the suspect entered the store, asked to exchange some change for a quarter, at which point, when she reached into the register, the suspect demanded all the money in the till.
We were a little shaken when it's so close to home.
Westcott says businesses up and down West 11th have been victims to this sort of crime before, even himself.
Our store personally has been broken into twice, over the last 2 years, and we've hardened the store to make that more difficult. But when it comes to someone coming in to rob you, you're kind of at the mercy of that robber.
Since then, Westcott has taken measures to improve the security of his store. He says when businesses hear of incidents like this, it adds to their insecurity, but he's determined to just keep going.
We just know that when someone comes in, it could happen, but you can't change your life completely. We have business to conduct, and we have to trust that most of the people who are going to come in are going to be customers and not trying to rob us.
I heard a crack, crack, and I looked over.
It all started here, where witnesses say they saw people in an altercation and then heard gunshots in the Walmart parking lot.
When I heard it, I didn't know what it was. When I saw the police, I knew it was bad, and then I just turned and literally ran my kids into the store.
When Springfield police arrived around 4 p.m., they found a man had been shot.
And he got transported to Riverbend Hospital and is in fairly serious condition. 2
men fled the scene after the shooting and led police on a chase through residential neighborhoods.
He lost sight of the vehicle, located it when other units were responding. It was located parked behind me on West End. A search, after a perimeter was set up, a search was then conducted.
Oregon State Police, Lane County Sheriff's Office, and Eugene Police came to Springfield's aid, but it was a Springfield K-9 unit that nabbed the first suspect, Anthony Hellenius. Officers continued to go door to door looking for that second suspect, and thanks to that same K-9, Corey Monpas was eventually found about an hour later in someone's backyard.
And as we're going back to check a couple tent and an outbuilding, Fido's pulling towards a truck canopy that's laid over a shed out back, and underneath the canopy there's some old carpet and a piece of foam, and the suspect was hiding under there.
Even with both suspects in custody, the events that unfolded within those hours left an unsettling feeling for many residents.
3 years old and 4 years old, and I've been teaching them about bad guys and good guys, but I didn't want to have to show them my hands-on experience, you know.
I'm the 5th generation.
Jewel Bishop is excited to turn 13 tomorrow, but for now, there's only one thing she's focused on.
We have my second aunts, my second cousins, my great-great aunts.
The Rear family is throwing burgers, hot dogs, and corn on the grill to celebrate their annual family reunion. But this congregation is different from your everyday get-together.
There's a lot of people, close to 100 almost every year.
We've got 5 generations here today, from age 93 to my granddaughter who's 3.5 months old.
I came in 1930, April 4th. July 4th of July.
Because their family tree has deep roots in Eugene, the Rears feel it's the perfect place to bring their big family back every year.
Our family is from this area since the 1930s, so that feels really special. And we just gather together and play games and eat and reminisce and catch up.
First generation or fifth, young or old, these relatives all enjoy one thing: family.
It's just seeing everybody and their kids. They like to talk about their special times growing up.
I'm so glad that it's important to everybody to get together, and we're going to keep on. Next year we'll be here, next year we'll be here until we're all old, and then the next generation will do it.
I just love coming to see my family, and I love meeting a lot of my second great-great aunts, and it's just so much fun.